I just a couple hours ago heard a story, kind of gave me goosebumps. I was listening to a radio show on Pilgrim Radio, and there's this show on there, I can't remember what it's called, but this guy, he just like reads books. His name is Tom Hess or Paul Hess or something, and he's currently reading a book called 1 minute after you die, or what happens 1 minute after you die, or something, or 1 second after you die, or something like that. And I guess in the book, this guy tells a story that came from the Middle East, and just caught me off guard. So I'm going to try to tell the story, and we'll see if I can tell it effectively. I think I want to zoom in just a little. Okay. This thing's not going to stay anywhere. Yummy. Okay, let's try this again. There was a merchant who lived out in the desert on the outskirts of Baghdad. And one day he sent his servant into the market in Baghdad to fetch him some supplies. The servant went to get the supplies early in the morning, and after he was finished buying the supplies for his employer, he was leaving the market. When he turned the corner, he accidentally came face to face with Lady Death. And when he came face to face with Lady Death, he saw the look on her face. And the look on her face troubled him so, frightened him even, that he immediately ran in the other direction, all the way back out to the desert to his employer's house. And he said to his employer, "When I was leaving the market, I bumped into Lady Death, and the look on her face frightened me. Please, let me use one of your horses. I need to take your fastest horse and get as far away from Baghdad as possible. I need a horse that can get me to Samarra by nightfall." The merchant could see how shaken he was, and he agreed. He gave the servant his fastest horse and sent him on his way to Samarra, that he might get there before nightfall. A little later that morning he remembered some more things that he needed, so he ventured into Baghdad to go to the market. And while he was there, he too saw Lady Death. Remembering how upset and afraid and shaken his servant was, he found the boldness to approach Lady Death. And he said to her, "Why did you so startle my servant this morning?" And Lady Death replied, "I'm sorry, I did not mean to startle your servant. As a matter of fact, I was more startled than he was. I was quite surprised to see your servant this morning in Baghdad, because I have an appointment with him tonight in Samarra.